Hey guys, welcome back. We got Wednesday session today, so it's our third session of the week for you guys, and we're going to jump straight into it. So we've got two lots of trisets to do today, and then finally we're finishing off with a bit of a finisher. It's going to be a very similar session to what you did last week, so we're finishing off with the hundreds. So there's 4 movements there. You're going to do 100 reps of each one. So yeah, I think you might have done a very similar session to this one last week. Okay, so it's a little bit more of a strength focused session, strength / hypertrophy. Looking at maintaining and building muscle. Alright, so our tricep is going to consist of 3 movements. Our first tricep we've got to do today, we're starting off with rear foot elevated split squats. You're going to do 8 to 12 reps on both sides. You're then going to do a single arm dumbbell bent over row, 8 to 12 reps again, and then finally you're going to do a seated pike leg raises, leg lifts, leg raises. Alright, I'll go through all these movements in a moment when we get to it. So that you'll go through all of those, you'll have a 60 to 90 second rest, and then you'll go again, and it's 4 sets total. Alright, then we move on to our next tricep. So it's going to be the same structure there, but this time we're starting off with just normal split squats, so no elevating the foot. We're just going to start normal split squats. You're then going to do a half kneeling Arnold press, so same rep scheme here guys. You've got 8 to 12 on both sides, and then finally you're going to do 10 on each side of a lying down side plank, clamshells, clam openers, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so same structure there. You'll do all 3, rest 60 to 90 seconds, and then go back through it again. We're looking for 4 sets total. And then finally our finish for today, we've got those hundreds. So you'll start off, you do 100 squats, you then got 100 bicep curls, 100 tricep overhead extension, and 100 plate raises. Okay, so that will add up. It's quite high volume, that one. There's a lot of reps there, so you just break it up as you need to. Alright, we're looking for chase a bit of a pump there. So as this is like a bit more of a strengthy session rather than conditioning, we're looking to really work the muscles. If your weights are quite light, it's obviously with limited equipment, it's quite hard to do that. So the other way we can do this is we're looking at time under tension. So we look at doing tempos. So for example, our split squat, all it means we do, instead of kind of rushing the movement, if we've got a heavy weight we might move a little bit faster. We're just going to slow the movement down. So our split squat, I'll show you what they are in a minute anyway, but we're going down and up, and all we're looking to do then is just time under tension. So think about going 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're just slowing that movement down, and it just exhausts the muscles a little bit more as they're under tension for a longer time. So when you don't have a heavy enough weight to be really working the muscles how we want to, then that's all it does is just exhaust them and keep them under tension a bit longer, really make them work. Okay, so that's the sort of thing we're going to be implementing in this session on some of those parts. If you don't have a very heavy weight or you just want to make it harder generally, that's the stuff we're going to be implementing as we go along. Alright, so what we'll do, we'll get into the session. I'm going to talk you through these movements and show you what they are. Okay guys, so we're going to look at that first tricep today. Our first movement in the tricep is that rear foot elevated split squat. So I got myself a bench. You will need yourself some sort of raised surface. You can use a chair or a step. You're going rear foot elevated, so it's going on the back there, and we're going a split squat, so it's a little bit like a lunge position. So most of the weight is going to be through that front leg there, down and up. Okay, so we're getting this at a nice 90-degree angle there. You're going to do 8 to 12 reps. Okay, if you want to make this harder guys, if you've got a dumbbell or a kettlebell or a plate, you can have that on the opposite side, or if you've got 2, you can go for 2. You can hold it to your chest, or if you don't have a weight or your weight's too heavy, all you're going to do is we're going to work with tempo today. So you're just going to slow the movement down. You're going to go 2 to 3 seconds on the way down, 2 to 3 seconds on the way up. Okay, just to make it a little bit harder. Time under tension is what we're looking for. Okay, so it's 8 to 12 on each leg. You're then going to go straight into a single arm dumbbell bent over row. So you've got a dumbbell or your kettlebell. We're going bent over row. So soft bend in the knee, hinge at the hip, keep that back in a nice neutral position there. And you're going to row it into you. If you prefer to have something to lean on, like a raised surface like your chair, you can go there. I'll show you from this side as well. And we're pulling that elbow high and back, pulling it into that back pocket. Okay, so same again there, you'll go straight from those split squats into the bent over row, and it's same again, it's 8 to 12 reps there as well. And finally, we're going into some pike leg lifts, so you'll get yourself space on the floor. We're going for that pike position, so we're looking for our hands. Ideally, we're going by the knees, but if you want to make it easy, you're just going to bring your hands further back. But yeah, ideally, if we can, hands close to the knees, the harder it is. Further away they are, so close to the hips, the easier it is. And pike leg lift, you're going to point the toes, keep the legs nice and straight, and you're going to lift the legs up and back down. Okay, there's no rep scheme for the pike leg lifts, just have a play with them, have a feel of the movement, just do a tough set, okay? You're going to do 4 sets in total of going through those 3 movements. You do the split squats, the rows, and the pike leg lifts, and you're going to do 4 sets, okay? Obviously rest in between your sets, at least 60 seconds. I suggest maybe even a little bit more. Okay guys, so the next part, we've got another tricep to do after that one. So you've done your 4 sets of that first one. Into that second one, you're starting off with a split squat. So similar to that riff elevated, but we're just going to take a split stance like this, and you're just going to drop that back knee down, so you're like we're lunging, and then back up. So it's a little bit like a lunge, but you just stay in that split position rather than stepping out to it. Same again, you can either add weights, you can have a plate, kettlebell, or dumbbell, hold it to your chest, hold it down to the side, or we can just slow that down again. So we're looking for that tempo, so nice controlled, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, nice control, just that time under tension, feel the muscles working. So same again there, we're looking for 8 to 12 reps. You're then going to move on to a half kneeling Arnold press. So you'll have your kettlebell or dumbbell, half kneeling, so into like a bottom of a lunge, and whichever leg is up at the front there, you're going to take the dumbbell on the opposite side. Okay, and we're starting with our palms facing towards us, and as we press, we're going to twist and press through, so the palm then faces away from us, and then you bring it back down in rotation again there. Nice and steady. 8 to 12 reps on each side again. So when you've done 8 to 12 on one side, bring the other leg up and swap the hands there, and twisting on the way through. Okay. Then your final movement is going to be a side plank clamshell. So our usual clamshell would be down on the floor here. All we're going to do for the side plank is we're just going to raise our hips off the ground there. Just going to add that little bit more emphasis onto your obliques a little bit, as well as your glutes, so it gets a full core movement, and you're opening up there. Okay, you're going to do 10 on one side, switch over, 10 on the other. This tricep stays the same as the previous one, so 60 to 90 seconds rest, and then go from the top again, and it's 4 sets in total. Enjoy it. Okay, and we're finishing off with hundreds today, guys. So we're starting off, you've got 100 squats to do, so you can just go bodyweight squat, get those hips below that knee crease, keep that chest up. Okay, if you want to make them tougher, you can add a little bit of weight. If you want to, you could hold your plate, your dumbbell, but 100 reps is a lot, so I'd maybe stick with just the bodyweight ones today. You're then going to go into bicep curls. Got a few options, guys. If you've got your plate, great, you're just going to do 100 reps with the plate. So it doesn't have to be massively heavy, 100 reps is a lot and it will add up, and you're just going to break this up as you go. But keep those elbows locked in nice and tight, keep that core tight, thumbs pointing towards you. There, if you don't have a plate or you want a different option, you've got a dumbbell, you can either go single arm, or if you want to go double arm, just going to grip the top of the dumbbell there. It's going to be a slightly different feeling, but same effect. It's going to be working its biceps. And then finally with a kettlebell as well, the same. Just grab the handles and you can curl that one up. Okay, so you've got 100 reps of your bicep curl. So it's going to add up, guys. So you just go in and then just break as you need to, but try and keep it on. Okay, we're looking for a pump on this one. Then we're going to go into those tricep overhead extensions. So grab your plate or your dumbbell, whatever it is. Again, you can use the same variations. Elbows pointing up, squeeze in, and we're just pivoting, from that elbow joint. Okay, and it's going straight overhead. There, you're going to feel those triceps working. Same again, if you want to feel this more, guys, just slow it down a little bit. Make the muscles work, time under tension. So guys, and then finally we've got that plate raise. So you can get your plate that you might have been using already, We're going to squeeze in, and we're just going to bring it up to about eye level there, so our arms become parallel with the ground. Nice controlled 100 reps there as well. Break it up as you need. Okay, if you want to lean against something just to help support you, you can just find a wall just to lean on, soft bend the knees and lean on it. But if not, if you're standing upright, just make sure you're engaged in that core, alright? So 100 reps on all of those movements. It's a proper pump at the end. I think you did this one last week, very similar. So yeah, we're looking for a real pump in the muscles. 100 reps a lot, so just break it up as you need, guys. Enjoy.